Hi, and welcome to day 5 of 12 days of business planning. So, first, I want to just take a moment to celebrate you and say I'm so excited you are still on this journey with me, and that by now you've created the beautiful foundation of your business, working through your bold money goal, your unique brilliance, your core values, and your big why. And today we're turning to the outside of your visual business map and to the 8 circles that go around the center of the foundation. And these are the outer facing circles. These are the work that we're doing, the tangible, practical work that we're doing in the world. But even that work can be done playfully, spiritually, creatively, and with a lot of fun. So I've got something a little bit different for you today. We're actually going to do a guided visualization to connect to the energy of your ideal client. You see, there's nothing more important when it comes to building a creative business once you've identified that foundation than to really identify the who that you want to work with. And this is that person that you may already know, or you may still be trying to figure out, but they're going to be someone that's a match for you from that core values perspective. They're going to be someone that's already looking for what it is that you have to offer. And pretty much any course that you're going to take in marketing is going to talk to you about how important knowing your ideal client is. You might have heard it called target audience, targeted market, client avatar is another common one, and niche is another way that people like to look at this, but I take a slightly different perspective, and all those perspectives are important, but sometimes when you're asked to go instantly identify a group of people, that we forget about focusing in on what's most important. And it's who's that one perfect person? Who's that ideal member of your tribe? That if you had a practice or a business or a clientele full of cookie cutter people just like this, then your business would be so much fun to show up to every day. Because at the end of the day, we need to fall in love with the people that we're serving. I often like to think of marketing as a love-based practice, that we are coming from this perspective of service and repeatedly just showing up saying, how can I help you today? And it really shifts the energy of marketing when we can go from trying to like fling spaghetti at the wall and talk to a whole bunch of people and really zero in on writing all of our copy as if we're writing to that one perfect person. You notice on these videos, I'm not talking about groups of people. I'm speaking directly to you, even though there are many, many, many people watching these videos. It only matters that right now I'm speaking directly to you. And you'll notice how that feels and can start to really look at creative ways to incorporate that into your own marketing as well. And there's a couple of reasons that knowing who your ideal client is really matters when it comes to growing your business. First is that you cannot market to everybody. None of us was designed to be able to serve everyone, right? We all have a perfect mirror for who we are. And often that mirror and that ideal client is some reflection of who we are and how we're showing up in the world, whether that's values-based or other ideals or industry specific. But for the most part, there's going to be a reason that people seek you out. And the number one reason that people are going to seek you out is because they're going to either meet you in person, they're going to show up on your website, or they're going to see you somewhere on social media and they're going to go, oh, finally, she gets me, he gets me, or, oh my gosh, they have the exact solution that I've been looking for. Whether that solution is a book, a painting, a song, or a horror movie, like I talked about in the last video, doesn't matter as much as the fact that people feel like they found their tribe. There's something that Seth Godin always says, and he says, people like us do things like this. We are, as individuals, looking for our tribe. Nothing is more important than creating a sense of belonging for your ideal clients, creating a sense of welcome so that they know that they have found the right person to support them. So it can be hard to figure this out, especially if you're new in business. But if you've been in business for a while, and you've been working with clients, you already know who that person is. It's probably one of your current clients that just you get so excited every time that you show up to a call with them, or every time that they come and buy one of your paintings or sculptures, right? That it's that loyal client. It's the one who brags about you on Facebook, that shares what it is that they purchased, that shouts out for you on Instagram, right? It's the champion, the person that you changed their life and they're championing you. And believe me, this works whether you have a product-based business or a service-based business. Knowing who your clients are is so important. And I know this gets wonky, and some of you who may be visual artists that are creating more in the fine arts realm, you tend to think that you don't have an audience, that you're creating just for you. But we looked at core values. We looked at unique brilliance. We looked at your big why. There is an audience who is going to fall in love with what it is that you're creating. And even though you might be creating for yourself, you're not creating in a vacuum. No artist, writer, politician, speaker, trainer, coach, or consultant is working in a vacuum, right? We're all needing the support and alliance of other people in order to build our business. So instead of thinking our way through this, I want to visualize our way into identifying your ideal client. So I'm going to invite you to make sure you have a pen and a piece of paper nearby. And we're going to do a guided visualization. It's only going to take about 5 minutes. It's not very long. So this video is probably going to be a longer video than most of the other ones, because I always have a lot to say about ideal client, because I think if you figure this piece out, everything else gets so much easier in your business. Knowing where to market, where to spend your time, where to spend your energy and your money so that you're connecting with the right people. All of your marketing, your branding, and your sales opportunities will flow from knowing who this ideal client is. This is why I'm so passionate about it. So if you don't have a pen, quick pause the video just for a second, go grab a pen and a piece of paper. If you're driving, please do not listen to this right now. Make sure that you listen to this guided visualization when you're someplace safe and not in traffic, so that you're not feeling distracted. All right, so if you're ready, I'm going to invite you to just maybe back away from your chair for a minute. If you want to lay down, or if you want to, some people like to stand up and listen to this and feel into this process. Just get comfortable. And as you begin to get comfortable, I want you to just notice your breath. Just breathe normally for a couple of minutes. Maybe you've been distracted by a lot of different things today. And you can just take this moment to come fully present in the here and the now. And just honor and celebrate this beautiful commitment that you've made to yourself, to do your business plan, and to show up in loving support of the people who need what you have to offer. And now I want you to take a deep breath in, maybe to the count of 3 or 4. Hold that breath for a moment, and then release. And then we're going to do that again. Just another deep breath in, pulling from deep down in your belly, as deep as you can. Hold that breath. Pause for a moment. And then release. And release as completely as you can, feeling your belly contracting. And one final time, taking a deep breath in and hold. And this time as you release, sigh. And now, with your eyes closed, I want you to imagine that your ideal client is standing just a few feet in front of you. And if you see a group of people standing there, I want you to invite one person to step forward so that you're really focusing in and connecting to just that one person. And for a moment, just cast a loving gaze on this person. And I want you to notice, how old are they? What's the person wearing? What color is her hair? Notice his body type. And if you don't know this person, you might ask the person, "What's your name?" And just allow that name to surface in your mind's eye. No need to do anything. You'll remember afterwards. And then speaking directly to the person, you might ask them, "What kind of work do you do in the world?" Or maybe your sense is they're a stay-at-home parent, or that their most important work is volunteerism. Just get a sense of how they're spending their time. And now, using our senses, we're going to get a complete sense of who this person is. What color would you associate with this person? What color would you associate with this person? What smell would you associate with this person? If you take a deep inhale, what do you smell? And if you were to reach out and touch the person, what do they feel like to the touch? Soft, hard, pokey, velvety. And if there were a taste associated with this person, what would that taste be? I bet you can taste it and feel it on your tongue right now. And finally, rounding out the senses, what sound would you associate with her? What sound do you associate with her? Wind, ocean, music, bells. Just notice what sound you associate with the person in front of you. And this is just to give you a full and complete and whole impression of who this amazing, perfect client is, who showed up for you today. And now, turning back to this beautiful, amazing, wonderful being, I want you to imagine that you're entering into conversation. And just asking these questions and allowing the answers to flow into your mind. Just ask, what are your biggest challenges? What are your biggest struggles or challenges in your life right now? What brings you the greatest joy in your life right now? What brings you the greatest joy? What would you like to be different? What would you like to be different in your life right now? Where do you spend your time? Where do you spend your time? You might even ask where they spend their time online and see if they tell you. Are they Facebook junkies or Instagram lovers? And then finally, ask, how can I help you? How can I help you? Just noticing any answers. And now gazing deeply into this person's eyes, say thank you. If it feels good, you might embrace or give the person a hug or fist bump or a handshake. But just say thank you. And when you feel complete and ready, I want to invite you to just wiggle your toes, maybe move your fingers around, open your eyes, kind of move your shoulders a little bit and just bring yourself back into your body and fully into the space where you're sitting or standing. I want you to grab your journal and a pen or some markers and write down what you remember from the visualization. Don't feel like you have to capture it word for word. It's all perfect. You can go back and listen again. And I'll also post the list of questions over in the Productivity for Creative Business Owners Facebook group. And once you've done your journaling, I have an idea for you that I'd like you to do in order to bring this fully into the visual business mapping process. And I'd like you to go find a photo that resembles this ideal person that you saw. It might have been someone you knew or someone that surprised you and that you didn't recognize. I've had clients have amazing experiences with this guided visualization and be so surprised by who was showing up. So some people had nurses show up or a much older person than they thought they would be working with to show up, or people often saw themselves in the visualization. But getting to know this client intimately is a powerful part of the journey. And we're going to continue this conversation about showing up and supporting your ideal client tomorrow in day 6. So for today, once you've completed the visualization and journaling, find a photo and actually put the photo on your visual business map. You could draw a doodle, you could write their name or a couple of aspects about them, but make sure that you go fill out your visual business map for day 5 with a few of the key points from today that are going to help you stay connected to the energy of this amazing person that is showing up for you. And remember, this is about finding the one person that you're going to market to, knowing that there's other people like them, but that everything becomes easier when you start to speak directly to this one person. I'll see you tomorrow for day 6. Have an amazing day.